Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for being here. Today is the 7th of December of 2021. Okay, let's take a message from the messenger. I will also be doing a divine spread today, as I could not do it yesterday. Hope that you're all doing well. Just looking at the astrology a little bit, and this is going to be a quick message. Venus is on top of Pluto in Capricorn. So anything to do with relationships, matters of our values, something is dying there. It's got to do with our money, could be with work, could be related to work as well, because Capricorn is all about career. Now the moon has just passed over Venus, who is on top of Pluto. And from my personal experience, it's not going to be an easy day today. Everyone remember that whatever's going on in the world is pressuring us for change, transformation. There's a purging going on. Relationships are going through changes. Next 3 months, as Venus will be in the sign of Capricorn for about 3 months. They'll be going, relationships, our money situations, our family, our work, everything is changing. Venus is anything of beauty, anything that we love, anything that is important to us, and anything that we need in life to move forward. Now, we know that with everything going on in the world, it's just like push to shove, and, it's do or die, or it's you got to do this, or this is going to happen. There's a lot of fear. We're swimming in fear, everyone. And we know that Mars now is still in Scorpio, but it's coming up to the last sort of degrees of Scorpio, which, the last degrees of any sign they're not easy. There's a pressure sort of building. And not only that, Mars is in opposition to where we had that lunar eclipse in Taurus, right in opposition. So it's sort of triggering that eclipse, that full moon, which happened, the last full moon that we had in the sign of Taurus, which was an eclipse, a lunar eclipse. All right, so the next few days, everyone, they're not going to be easy days. And the energies have started already from today, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I'm going to say all the way up until the 15th for sure. It's not going to be an easy ride. It's going to be bumpy. So do know that, and just be prepared for that. Let's see what Spirit holds for us. What are the messages collectively and personally today? Thank you, Spirit. 4 of Winter. So 4 of Swords, we're coming out of heartbreak. There's inaction. There's a time of being in solitude, having quiet time. Obviously, we're trying to mend a broken heart. Something hasn't gone well. This could also be someone psychologically, physically, or mentally feeling that they need to heal. Or, this could be seriously in the Northern Hemisphere, we're in winter, so it can speak to physical illness as well. 4 of Winter, 7 of Winter, 7 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords. There's been a disappointment. There's been no communication. A door is closed. There's inaction. Healing needs to take place. The 7 of Swords either speaks to figuring out that there's been stealth, secrecy, deception, or this is us trying to find an ingenious way to move forward. It's got a lot to do with our thoughts, our thought processes, our communication, anything that's written or verbal. Okay, and this also says here that there is a better choice. We're not seeing things clearly. And it's saying to set our concerns aside for now and not make a decision right now. Solutions can come through meditation. So take some time out, some alone time, some downtime, and put off making a decision right now. And we've got Temperance, which is the Sagittarian energy, and I'd like to wish you a happy birthday if you are a Sag celebrating your birthday. Many happy returns. Okay, we're coming out of difficult times. There will be a around the corner. We will have that expansive, optimal, happy and jovial break. Also clarity coming through after, you know, our beliefs have been going through changes, our perceptions, even to the point of what, you know, what we grew to understand or to believe or to follow. Remember that Sagittarius is also very adventurous. This is Archangel Michael saying, be open, don't wear those blinders, don't have a dogmatic stance and say this is it, it's either this or that. It's never just this or that. You need to have a wider perspective. Okay, you need to merge your viewpoints with others, okay, to find a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. It's not the right time to make decisions now. Spirit is saying that there is hope here. There will be healing. It's all about timing, patience, and remember that Sagittarius, the Sagittarius Gemini axis where the eclipses have been happening, is coming to an end. Now we're looking towards a full moon in Gemini on the 19th, which is not an eclipse. It will be the first illuminary full moon or new moon on this axis for the last 18 months. So those areas of life where is Sagittarius, Gemini, where is Pisces, where is Virgo for you? What areas of life do those signs cover in your chart? There is something that is completing, and it's got to do with choices, our beliefs, making a decision, having those conversations, having a wider perspective and open mind, not being dogmatic and just very unflexible. It's time to change. It's time for changes, and we need to go with those. Right? So let's see, because this is saying that in divine timing, Archangel Michael is here. And we have release, and this is the Death card. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. So we are going through a purging process, everyone. Obviously, here. Scorpio is very transformative. Remember, we've had a new moon in Scorpio recently and a full moon opposite, which was the eclipse of in the sign of Taurus. Something that hasn't been of value for us, we are letting go of. And obviously these endings do bring the possibility of new beginnings. Why? Because when we go through a purging process, we make space for something new to fill it up, that space. Oh my God, there's an awakening, there is an epiphany, a tower moment, can be very sudden, shocking. Revelations will be coming through. And we've got the Chariot, which is all about moving forward. Someone ready now to take action. They've seen the light. They're seeing the light. This could be a house move. This could be the potential for that. Or someone's making a choice now to move forward and not be stuck in a certain position which where they were wearing blinders, where they didn't have all the information, where they didn't have the communication. Right, let's see what's beneath here. And we've got the Page of Wands. So this could relate to a messenger, a message coming through. Let's take 3 Sibilas. So we've got 11 swords, 11 swords. Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, And I believe that this has got a lot to do with Mars moving through Scorpio. Yep. We also have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So let's see. We have L'amante. This is Romeo. An offer that's coming through, but this person is probably having trouble making this decision. We do see if this is a matter of love. There's something's going on. They've got their backs turned to each other. Someone's waiting on an arrival of an offer or a communication or a whatever offer this is. This could be also someone wanting to travel. So someone's waiting on the arrival of someone or the arrival of the right timing for rekindling a situation, overcoming, sort of leaving a chapter in the past that you needed to, because this could speak to, yes, an ending of a chapter, as I said, releasing any forms of deception or pain, some sort of hurt, different ideals between you and another person. Doesn't have to be only love. It could also speak to family or friends, of course. So, and we've got the arrival here is the Voyager, the Viaggio, the knight in shining armor. The rider comes through. So someone's ready to take that action, ready to take that trip, ready to move. There is going to be a meeting. There is going to be coming together, whether it's physical or metaphorical through social media. There is contact that is being made here, but it's all, as I said, it's got to do with timing. That's what Spirit says. There is hope here. It's all about coming into harmony, but needing to release things that have, run their course. Don't hold on to things. Let that heavy weight go and find that lightness of being so you can move forward. Okay, so we've got 6 and 11 is 17, which is the Aquarius energy. So 17 is the star. All right, everyone, today I feel called to take a mythic oracle from the ancient Greek pantheon, the gods. Let's see what the message comes through. What is the message, please, Spirit, from the gods? And we have Persephone and awakening. Perfect. Now, Venus on top of Pluto. Those of you that remember the mythology, Persephone, who could be Venus at this point, because Venus is on top of Pluto in the sky, in the ethers. She's going to be stationing and retrograding on top of Pluto. Pluto is Hades. Therefore, Persephone is going through an awakening. Persephone can relate to love, to values, everything that Venus is. So there's a difficult awakening that Persephone is going through right now. And Persephone is also a matters of love, relationships. Number 32 equals a 5, which is the Hierophant, our beliefs, our marriage, our commitments. This is what's changing. And we've got choices, remember. The Hierophant holds 2 keys. That illumination of that full moon in Taurus, the eclipse, is bringing an awakening to Persephone. You could take the energy of Persephone yourself or someone else in your life. Persephone is the daughter of Demeter and Zeus. As a maiden, while picking flowers, Hades rode his chariot out. There's the chariot. From the underworld and kidnapped her, taking her to be his bride as queen of the underworld. Demeter spent years searching for her daughter, allowing all vegetation to die in her grief. That's why there is no growth. We're not going through growth right now, everyone. We're going through a purging, through an awakening. The cosmos, on a personal scale as well. So there is no growth. The land is not producing right now. Eventually Zeus sent Hermes below to take Persephone back to her mother, but before she could leave, Hades tricked her into eating the seeds of the pomegranate, which forced her to spend a portion of the year with him in the underworld, thus giving us winter. Whenever Persephone returns to the underworld, the earth becomes cold and barren. So this is literal right now. In the northern hemisphere, nothing is growing. Venus is ready to retrograde. She will be revisiting, reliving the same story of her journey down into the underworld with Hades. She's been taken against her will. All right, so without her will, she was taken. She was stolen from the arms of her mother, which means that she needed to go through a growth spurt. She was forced to do something that she did not want to. She needed to step out of her comfort zone to live through a dark chapter. Maybe, we can even call it a shadow phase, where she needed to live through her shadows, or whatever needed to make her awaken was the tragedy. This was tragedy for her and her mother Demeter. But then remember that Pluto can also speak to power. So she became the queen of the underworld. So she was put in a position of power, and she was only allowed to revisit her mother every so often. So we're going to see Venus retrograding for 40 days and 40 nights. And that's going to be a very interesting journey that Venus will be doing, and this touches all of us. Persephone may have been forced to become queen of the underworld, but it is a role that she took to very well. Remember that Pluto is also riches, so she was tricked by the riches that Hades offered her. So she is the caretaker of the dead and holds the wisdom of both worlds within her. Now the message here says, Persephone represents the awakening that occurs when the mysteries of life open up to us. This phase of the cycle also occurs between the innocence of childhood and the realities of adulthood. Persephone's mother, Demeter, held onto her very tightly, and when the gods came to see her, Demeter hid her away, not allowing anyone to get to her. Nevertheless, Persephone was taken. The awakenings, realizations, and hard truths are impossible to escape. We all must take that inner journey. It can be a rude awakening at times, but it is an awakening nonetheless. You may have recently begun a new phase in your life and felt the wonder and excitement of this new beginning, but now the realities of this new cycle are making themselves known. This is a time for awakening. Things are becoming clearer, and that is not always easy, but it is empowering, and that's Pluto, empowerment. That's what we need to shed. Whatever has not been empowering our lives, whatever we held on to that was of no value, there was no love. If this is a relationship, it's make or break. Next 3 months, very important, everyone. And it can speak to all relationships, even work. What are we moving towards? What are we working hard to accomplish? Even that. What you held to be your reality has changed, and it may feel a little like a loss of innocence, but it is important to understand that this awakening represents your growing awareness. Taking the inner journey into the underworld is a scary adventure, but it is time to face yourself, to confront your true nature and the nature of life and death. Persephone understood the nature of life and death. All vegetation lived and died in accordance with her journey and in and out of the underworld. Through this awakening, childish notions and illusions disappear, and true innocence is unraveled. The understanding of life and death and the ability to stand within it with an open heart, this is true innocence. Allow the mysteries of life to be revealed to you. Feel them, grieve if necessary, and then open your heart to the truth that comes so that you are able to move forward with a great understanding of life and how to live and create in your world. Your eyes are opening now, and this gives you great power. Use it. So a lot of revelations, everyone. This is the power, whether it's challenging or whether it's, eye-opening. And again, we always know that the Tower is always a challenging energy, but it will catapult us forward. It will get us unstuck. And this could also be a decision concerning romance, relationship. We do have 2 divine masculine, 1 divine feminine here. So some of you could be turning your back and expecting someone who could be also at a physical distance. Right? They're coming in. This could be someone who holds strong Sagittarian energy. Could be a foreigner, could be someone who comes from different religion, different beliefs. So there is an awakening we're going through. It's not going to be an easy one, everyone, but we need to grow. This is a sense of empowering. Hold on to the faith. We are being put on the right path. I always need to remind you of that even though it's difficult, things will unravel the way they're meant to unravel. All right? Cannot wait for these Tower moments. It will be interesting. Sending you lots of love, lots of light. I will talk to you soon. Look out for that divine spread today. Now all the December readings are up, everyone. Patreon is up to date. What else do I need to tell you? Okay, yes, the 10% discount, which will be all the way up to Christmas Day. That's when this offer ends. So get your orders in. Yes, December is going to be a busy month. So some of you may be interested in what's going on in 2022. First come, first served. I am getting quite booked out for December, so those who are interested, get in quick because I'm starting to book January in. And I will leave it there. Wishing you all well. Love you all so much. Ta-da.